Testing 1, 2. Everybody, I'm Chuck. Welcome to my channel. Let's get into the shot. Whoa, here we go. And today we are doing violin setup. I've got it under wraps here. They give you this in the case. Might as well use it, right? So, why the violin? This is a guitar channel. Everybody, you've been talking about guitars on your channel since the beginning, and I have, and I'm not going to stop. Matter of fact, going to be accelerating the guitar videos astronomically. I'm going to be doing more teaching videos, pentatonic scales. We're going to get into the Mixolydian, Dixolydian, the Iodian, Dorian, all those crazy scales. We're going to investigate, see what they are, how to use them. And just a quick spoiler alert, you've probably been using them and don't even know it. But the violin is forefront. In order of favorite instruments that I like, it would be human voice would be the first. That's my favorite instrument. Hands down, you can't beat it. The guitar is, I'll be honest with you, lame compared to what a human voice can do. A choir, for example, and I probably would have shot myself when I was 16 to say these things. I'd be like, dude, who are you? And, excuse me. And the second one would be violin. Now, again, when I was 16 in a rock and roll band, I would have been crucified. I would have been ostracized. I would have been shunned from the tribe. You're out of the band. you know, I didn't realize when I was 16 and 19, it's 1978, 1980. Everything out there musically wise, for example, I hated the orchestra. We're playing rock and roll. We're not messing around with orchestras and all the rich people. Well, that's a stupid attitude, number one, but I was 16, young, dumb, and stupid. And so everything was about rock and roll, and I didn't realize my favorite singers till later on when I got Polk audio speakers were like Jessica Simpson has a voice that's unbelievable. Madonna's voice is fantastic. All these female artists, their voices are just great, and I didn't realize that. Again, I would have been ostracized if I listened to Jessica Simpson when I was 16 in the band. So it's all about Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. So I had no idea that the violin even existed, and I probably would have smashed one. Literally. So later in life, and I was anti-TV for a long time. There's, we're rocking and rolling. It's all about music. Well, TV is great when you got music on TV. Now you can watch your live concerts on TV. Now my home theater can literally reproduce a live concert effortlessly, so it's a lot of fun to watch videos on TV. But I've gone into, I'm a TV buff now, I've got thousands of movies. I love movies, and if you had a choice between music and movies, I would choose movies because music's in movies, so you get both. But in the, like my brother's a teacher, and he was, do you like classical music? Yeah, it's like me. Who likes classical music? Come on. Well, you like Jurassic Park? Oh yeah, it's one of our favorite music. Well, that's classical music. What? Do you like Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh yeah, that's classical music. What? Let me just go through you can name movie after movie. what's the one I just watched? God, I can't, I'm just got so much on my mind to say. It's all coming to a complete jumble. So, we're going to look at, again, violin is second on the list because the classical music is so powerful. May the music be with you. It's the owner's manual. Gentlemen, start your violin. Thank you very much for choosing the Poseidon violin. Violin. Thank you very much for choosing Poseidon violin. Now please follow the guide and set up your instrument. And I thought I would check out YouTube and see how to do this correctly instead of haphazardly. This is not a video game, or I would go in blindly. The violin originated in history. The violin originated in history. As for the origin of the violin, historians have many different theories. Some say it originated in North Africa. Some say it originated in India. Some say it originated in Western Europe, and so on. 5,000 years ago, the first violin appeared, from the 16th century to the 18th century. 5,000 years old. Alexa, when was the guitar introduced? After the 18th century, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. After the 18th century, the leading position of violin manufacturing shifted from Italy to France. Alexa, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're on. 5,000 years ago, the first violin appeared. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5,000 years ago, the first violin appeared. From the 16th century to the 18th century, the violin manufacturing industry in Italy developed rapidly with the unprecedented prosperity of music art. After the 18th century, violin manufacturers all over the world copied the shape and the size of these Italian violins. In the last 100 years, the structure of the violin has not changed much. After the 18th century, the leading position of violin manufacturing shifted from Italy to France. During this period, the shape of the violin was constantly improved to achieve greater volume and better sound quality. Our factory has been founded in over 30 years, It is a large-scale enterprise specializing in the production of violins, violas, cellos, and other musical instruments. Our craftsmanship is well known in the mainland and won high-level awards. Please be happy. It's not an expensive violin, so I'm not really expecting, to win craftsmanship all over the world, but look at what we have compared to the guitar. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Watching the video, you have the peg box, you have the neck, the fingerboard, of course, upper bout. As a guitarist, don't have an upper bout. That's this area. F holes, we're all familiar with F holes. Bridge, we're familiar with that. It's missing. Fine tuners, I did not know this has fine tuners on it. That's how you get it fine tuned. The tailpiece, of course. This is my pointer. The chin rest, you've seen that in all the violin movies. Screw. Number 12 is, on the bow. So the bow is a little bit different. We'll go over that in a second, but what is really cool is to position the bridge. We have to get the intonation correct, right? It's the same as a guitar. You have these little indentations on the F hole. Pull the cable out of your toe chuck so you don't rip it out like you always do. So you can see there are these little indentations, and that's right where the bridge goes. So that is pretty cool. I guess I should lock these glasses on so they don't fall off. And they're gonna fall off. Pull the strings up, kinda. It's like the same thing with a guitar. You got the nut. And the downside goes that way. And so you notice it was loose when I got it. And I thought was an interesting thing is you tighten the bow up with the nut. You see we're getting a little tension on it. So she says you can just get like your pinky in there. And every night then you unloosen it. You don't leave the tension on. Kind of like a guitar, you tune the strings up, you set it there, you're done with it. That's not the same with this. And I got fat fingers, so a pinky, then they basically say make sure it just doesn't hit the wood when you're playing it, so I don't know how tight it would have to be for that. But they did say that it wasn't, this wasn't guitar picks as I thought. You guys know I'm kidding, right? I know damn well this was a guitar. But this is the rosin, and I've always heard about rosin the bow. I think Jimmy Page did that when he used his bow on stage. Now I got a bow for playing my guitars. Yahoo! That's why they got two bows. One for the violin, one for my guitar. So normally you got skis and you wax them to make them slide down your snow hill better. Same with your surfboard. You wax your surfboards. I don't think you're waxing them for friction. Maybe I'm misled, but with this, the bow is too slippery. So you put the rosin on there to make friction, which I'm okay. That's interesting concept. I usually wax things to make it smooth and glide. So this is the opposite again, another opposite. So that's that. And add the other gizmo in there. It's like, what the heck is that? You know, everything's attached and all that. No, this is a shoulder rest. You don't put the shoulder rest on until after it's tuned. So, oh, another interesting factoid. Everybody loves factoid, and I've just been watching Big Bang Theory. Sheldon's pretty good at factoids. So we had EADG upside down and backwards, but on a guitar you have A440. That's not 880. That's A440. That's not A220. That would be the octave lower. That's A440. A880. That's hard. Try to say that 5 times fast. A880. 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 It would be the octave higher. On the violin, the A is A440. Interesting. Exactly the same as the guitar. But it's, you know, it's a lot shorter distance, and it's a lot thinner gauge string. So it's kind of, you know, is it really A440? It's what it says. A440. So we'll find out. Let's tune it up and see what happens here. I suppose I can just turn the camera around. Why not? Why not, huh? So if it's A440, I have a guitar that's got A. Well, I wish I had a violin tuner instead of this damn A440 shit.
Now everything is in tune, and it should sound like this. G. D.
Everything's stretching. I'm a little nervous here. that's a high one. Boy, that's a high one. Fuck. Fuck. Well, you've seen that. I'm glad. It looks like the bridge just fell out. That at least all. I hope that's happened. Oh my God, that's scary. What's a music store guy would charge to put that bridge thing in and tune it up? You know, there's a guitar shop. I've lived here for 4 years and gone to the Guitar Center. And the Guitar Center is about 2.5 miles. And I just found out there's a music store a block away, literally a block. I drove by it 100 times and it just doesn't look like a music store. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're on live. Then we'll pack it up, bring it over there, and or maybe I'll be brave enough in the morning to give it a shot, but I'm a little bit scared right now. I don't want to break a string. Very easy to do. I've done that before. Matter of fact, my friend's guitar tuned it up. Bing, Evie, thanks a lot. Screaming at me. Oh, at least I knew what I was doing with the guitar. It was going to break. So, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So, peace out.